Snark No Snark Nova number 5 has finished. Uh, yeah, the fifth edition of the tournament that I run. This edition of the tournament was just the base game, so no Marine World expansion, with the alternative maps, same maps for all player. We had a look at a couple of the games from it maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, but today we're going to look at the semi-final games and the grand final game. Hello Ratpong, hello Panda, hello Harp Attack, hello Mike. First game we're going to look at is between BlanketAddict and Yutenji Nyamu. We're just going to look at it from BlanketAddict's point of view as first player, just to not spoil the result. And we're on Observation Tower. Yeah, both incredibly strong players. Just looking at the rating at the time of the match, 786, 817. So this should be a good one. Projects, we have primates, habitat diversity, and species diversity both open at 5. So it could be some interesting races there. Hello, Howard. Yes, base game. We're gonna look at 3 games today, and yeah, they're all base game. Worker left and right. Yep. Hello, Origo. So, I mean, what are we keeping from Blanket Egg's starting hand? I think Squirrel Monkey is very obvious keep with Primates as a project. I think in terms of just card strength, science, lab as well, our endgame's favorite zoo, Small Animal Zoo. In terms of sponsor strength, probably Adventure Playground as well. And then the last one, I guess you could go a few different directions. I think the Muskox has some good release potential. It's the best release here. But then you could also go for a sort of harder to get tag for habitat diversity, like the sea lion or the red deer. Maybe even the marabou, because that's a cheaper way to get an Africa tag. I don't think it's very clear on the last pick. Blanket does decide to go with the marabou. And look at this for an opening display. We have base game sea turtle tank, so only the reptile tag, no sea animal tag as well, but native farm animals, incredible on this map. Cable car, I mean, goes really well with the adventure playground we already have, so Blanket's first move is to just snap that up, which I like. Opponent also has cards at 5, but we'll see. They now can get they can start with whichever university or partners who they want. They just grab hand size. Like this from Blanket as well. Very tempting to always start next to the tower, but especially when you have cable car on this map, it's really useful to start over here, get the X token that you need to play the cable car. That's a move I like a lot. So, I mean, we're going to see cable car next move or the move after. Yutenji does a cards action and snaps up was a special assignment. If I was looking at cards to snap from this display, I would say native farm animals would be number 1. But Waza Special can definitely be a game-winning card by itself, so we'll see how this works out. It can definitely be a game-winning card, but it's going to be a little while till it comes online, I guess. Maybe the plan is just have a short round, grab second uni, upgrade animals or something. We'll see. I don't think Waz is throwing just yet. Good cable car, though. Yutenji builds a 3 size touching the tower. Blanket just grabs the Science 2 rep uni. No real... Well, you could argue maybe we want to start with a partner zoo for habitat diversity, but... I mean, it's not really clear what the next project we're supporting is. We have 1 primate. We're not even that close to species or habitats, so it's a bit whatever. And opponent just breaks. Breaking's not even bad for Blanket Addict here, because with the cable car down, the income's already up to 9. The Marabou goes. Pretty interesting looking baboon rock here with the rock tag and the second primate tag, so that might be a target. Yeah, it's going to start by playing the squirrel monkey. Clevering back build, just getting sponsors a bit higher, and a source a bit higher, more importantly. Okay, no surprises for Yutenji here, grabbing second university. Would expect to see upgraded animals, just to keep the reputation going up, to get Waza special online sooner. Blanket does snap up Baboon Rock. Probably a little bit greedy to try to play it and then do Primates too, so I think we might just see second university next. If we had the X token, it would be a different story, but it's too slow to X something back, then play it, then do a project. Because with a 3-size, the opponent might have a jumping animal. But then it's also, they can just also do cards and, well, animals, cards, and break in 3 moves. The Boon Rock is great here, yeah. So they do upgrade sponsors second. And they play just the Gould Monitor from display, okay? Maybe they can scavenge up the native farm animals that fell off the display earlier. Scavenging 2. Yeah, Blanket realizes there's not enough time, so just grabs second university. I like this as well. Upgrading sponsors just to save an X token. I mean, assuming we are going to play Baboon Rock next, I think it makes sense as the next card to play. Hello, Zach. In all situations for me, I think we'll see, especially in these finals games, I don't actually know how much build is upgraded, but I'm pretty sure build is not upgraded for either player in this game. Yeah, upgrading sponsors makes sense with Science Lab anyway. Yutenji just builds a 2-size. Blanket actually building first. Wasn't sure about this. What? Because I was looking at where Baboon Rock goes, and it can fit nicely over here. But, okay, just building to drop the Sea Turtle tank. We know Yutenji has sponsors upgraded, so it's a little bit awkward placing the Sea Turtle tank, but it would give just a... Well, it doesn't even give a species tag. It's just a species tag for Blanket here, I guess. Yutenji plays Zoo School. Okay. That is an answer on how to get rep number 6. Oh, and even rep number 7, covering the rep. Draws up the taper. We do have a Sloth Bear coming into range. Could be nice double species tag. Okay, Blanket does play Baboon Rock. Yeah, covering the rep with it to get another upgrade. Probably just animals. Now Yutenji Xing back a Sos. Blanket Xing back animals. Both players are sort of posturing for the next round and getting out all these good sponsors. Yutenji even spending an X here to get another worker and playing Fox. Clevering back builds, so now can grab a partner zoo as well if they don't have a project to do. Blanket does cards. Think we really do not want to snap up one of these sponsors because we already have a handful of sponsors, but could consider snapping up the Sloth Bear here or just drawing from the deck, I guess. Drawing from the deck and hitting Monkey Park, Bird of Paradise, Sea Lion. Sea Lion goes. Monkey Park looks great with Baboon Rock already down, but I'm getting a bit concerned about this map on where all these buildings are going to be placed. Because already 2 sponsor buildings, Monkey Park would make it a 3rd, Sea Turtle Tank would make it a 4th, so it doesn't seem very viable to play all of them. Opponent grabs Europe Partner Zoo. Spending an X to get Science Lab down. which draws up a herpetologist. Opponent snaps up Tech Institute. Blanket builds a 3 size here, so definitely eyeing the Sloth Bear. We can see that. No 3 size in hand. It's the only 3 size on the display. Opponent now plays Wilds of Special Assignment. Puts it on small. Yeah, small is the safe option at this stage of the game. Draws a Mangalitza. Nice petting zoo animal. Blanket, still not done with sponsors, playing Adventure Playground for just casual 6 appeal. Yutenji X's back build. Blanket builds a 1 size for the Bird of Paradise. Now Yutenji spending 2 X's to play the Tech Institute they snapped up. It is. The game's about to speed up. I think both players have played out most of the sponsors they want to play now. After all these come down, the game's going to speed up. Blanket draws with cards at 3. Red Shank Duke doesn't look too bad. You can probably get rid of the Sea Turtle Tank or the Guinea Pig here. Yutenji does cause break here. Deciding to spend an X to cause break, so could signal that they need a very specific amount of money. 19. Science Lab doing work. Gonna drop that Sloth Bear. And this is the moment. So the idea behind it is to be able to do species this round, which is very possible. All we need to do is play the Herpetologist, then we have enough money to play Sloth Bear, Bird of Paradise. So here we go. Worker from the project reward and Worker at 2 CP. It's really well calculated because money is basically perfect to do this. Just play Herpetologist, play 1-2, boost up a Sos again, then we have Species 5 done. Here we go. 2 size enclosure for Yutenji. Draws up Release of Patents. Yeah, opponent doesn't have any enclosures. I mean, they just built the 2 size. Actually, I think from memory, they took the Mountain Taper. So they're probably going to play that this move. It would give them a 4th continent with Americas, but don't know where they're getting their 5th continent from at the moment. Snap this Aquarium. I don't think Aquarium is actually going to fit on BlanketAddict's map. But I think this makes a lot of sense just because of how clean the sequence is. Herpetologist. Oh, there's the sneaky aquarium spot. It's a consideration, I guess, but I mean, I'm a big fan of this line. We'll see what... Okay, so that's the answer. Yutenji's just going to grab Asia Partner Zoo, then play the Taper to get 5 continents. They upgrade cards. True. Oh, I did not expect it. That seems like a very random kiosk. Actually, what's up with that? That seems like such an odd spot for a kiosk, no? I'm not sure the Monkey Park is getting played. Okay. Boosting up a Sos. Already know what this is, the Taper. What are we going to see dug away here? Okay, getting to 2 CP and actually upgrading build. I guess if you have Wilds of Special in play, it's not the worst idea. Because you generally need a lot of small enclosures. They dig away Science Library and 1 card from hand. Project for Blanket takes snapping. I think we could definitely see the aquarium picked up here. Also very nice getting, well, another interesting question. Do we want the Uni on 5? We probably still do because we have Science Lab and it gives good endgames for that as well as 1 CP. Not like either player really desperately needs the Uni. I guess the opponent wants it as well for their Tech Institute endgame. Okay, draw 3 from hand and snap. Okay, draws Aquarium. Draws the Wallaby away. Good heads up play. Takes Wiser Large as well. Oh wow, opponent plays Basic Research. We know they have release of patents. And now Basic Research to go on top of it, so they're getting a lot of free conservation points here. I was getting a bit concerned, but this gives them 4 conservation points as well as the 10 money from 5 CP. And they still have their 5 CP that project to do themselves this round. Blanket builds 4 size for the Duke. Okay. Hello, Osmo. Opponent draws from the deck. They do take the Foreign Institute. Wasn't sure if they'd be looking at it or not. Seems like they have a lot of sponsors to play already. They might actually take Marketing first, although 2 sides would be very handy for them as well. Blanket draws from the deck. I would assume just going to break 5 with the next move. Even though there are good sponsors to play here, like Aquarium, Wiser Large. Opponent realizing that, just spending an X to do a Sos and taking 2 size reward. Great Mandrill. Very nice Mandrill, especially with the Wiser Large already here. Okay, there's the release. Well, I guess you probably keep Favorite Zoo. Doesn't really look like cards is going to be upgraded this game. The pace of the game seems to be going fast enough that Blanket probably doesn't have time for any partner zoos. But still, Favorite Zoo is an easy 2 conservation points. Yeah, opponent choosing to take 2 size reward just to start those small animals pumping out. And just a break for BlanketAddict here. Which makes sense. You don't want to give the opponent time to build, time to get a Sos back up. Just good timing to break here and keep their Sos at 1. What 4 cards are we getting rid of? Well, probably double Petting Zoos. I'm still not convinced this Monkey Park has any place in the zoo, because we want to put a 5 size here, right? Yeah, okay, we keep both the Primates Aquarium, because Aquarium still fits very nicely here. Wiser Large, obviously, for the Mandrill. Quarantine Lab could be useful. And I like this as well, just denying every single small animal. Even the Koala. Well, I mean, Koala... Well, yeah, okay, it's just a denial because Koala does not fit in this zoo. Yutenji spending an X here to build, so probably going to see 3 size and Petting Zoo if I had to guess. So now has some good empty enclosures. We'll see how fast Waza can get him to catch up. All true Koala instead of Duke, we could definitely see that. We don't actually need the 3rd primate tag with Waza Large in play. Blanket just spending an X to do Habitat 2 here. Into Marketing. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Just getting the Wiser Large down. Okay, good break for the opponent, though, getting to 10 rep and being able to drop a Petting Zoo animal here. Oh, so they start with a Red Panda, actually. It's going to be fantastic when they have upgraded a Sos at 5 ready to go. and the goat they just picked up. I like that they're choosing to play the goat, even though we know they have the Mangalitsa. Just don't reveal any more information about what they have in their hand. Maybe save the digging for later as well. I think it plays Rock Monitor. Yeah, so the Duke is definitely gone. Quarantine Lab, yeah, we don't really need either, probably. And the Mandrill. Yutenji spending some X's to do species diversity here. Don't remember what's in their hand. Maybe for 5 money, maybe for snapping, maybe for marketing. Would have been very tempted just to cause the break there, knowing that it would stop Blanket from getting the double up cards action. Because we can see Blanket only has 2 cards in hand. Would have been tempting to deny that. So actually do Species 3 into 12 money. That's what I mean, just causing the break surely would have been better there. Okay, Blanket's not even interested in doing the double cards action. Just draws up a random card with a 2 size. We'll see if they give them... Oh, they do. They want to play their Foreign Institute. And then they spend an X to play Guerrilla Field Research from range. And Expert on Americas. That feels... I don't know. At the same time, they can do... They can play another petting zoo animal, which we know they have, but... The kind of issue is because Blanket took the workers earlier, Blanket can do another project at the moment. Whereas Yutenji doesn't really have anything to do after this single petting zoo is played. We'll see. Yeah. I think if I was Yutenji, I'd probably just break 10 and then look to do the project the following round. Although maybe it makes sense to spend the worker, given that you're in the F2. Yeah, double cards action looks really nice for Blanket here. There we go. Even hitting Savannah with it, so just any project to do this round is a huge blessing. Now it's a bit sad that the Duke is gone, because we could have released the Sloth Bear and played the Koala and the Duke. There is a single petting zoo. Digs away the eagle. Yeah, but now this project we can get... 12 money doesn't really do much. 2 sides doesn't really do much. Maybe just X tokens. Okay, that's the other thing the opponent can do. They can grab 3rd uni for their Tech Institute endgame. It's like a 2 CP move. But I guess it kind of signals they don't have projects to do, although now they have the Fox to release as well. But only 2 cards in hand makes it a little bit risky. Oh, is Blanket actually going to play sponsor and not cause the break? Oh no, breaking with 8. Okay, we want the extra money. Oh, this is good calculation. We need the money to play Aquarium during the break and then play Flamingo Koala. 36.41. So maybe could have spent 1 less X token there. But also probably calculating that they don't need the X tokens because they can already do animals and then a project if it comes up. I guess they can get Sea Cave during the break. Okay, draws randomly, hits the other taper. Blanket's favorite animal. Actually choosing not to take the sea cave. Okay. Yeah, aquarium comes down. Opponent has 2 sides but not snapping, but yeah, their 2 sides covers the card draw. They get guided school tours here. Or medical would have been nice. Just starting with a single animal, that's not a good sign. Oh, it's okay. It's a giant panda though. That is a good sign for them. Not quite enough to wait. Oh, it is a cross. It's just a straight up single giant panda cross. Wow. Okay, what are their endgames looking like? They have Foreign Institute. They have Tech Institute. Compared to Blanket, who's about to get Cable Car Science Lab for 1. So even. End goal Favorite Zoo for 2. But this is a strong Last Animals action. Even though the opponent did hit 100 first. Koala with Cable Car, Flamingo plus Aquarium plus double pouching plus Observation Tower bonus. It's worth a lot of points. Yeah, so how important was the extra couple of X tokens to break there to get the money? Like, actually looks like a game-winning decision. Although, to be fair, we could also Flamingo and get the 5 money here. Yeah, finishing on 103. Endgames. Oh, no endgames. Oh, none from Conservation Zoo. That is rough. Even base game Conservation Zoo is probably one of the better ones. But missing out on even getting 1 shield. And to be fair, if they had Research Zoo, they do actually win that.
Good night.
No. Yeah, so it's kind of funny to say Conservation's one of the worst end games to get here. That was a close semi-final, so BlanketAddict does move on to the grand final, which we'll look at as our 3rd game today. And I think we're just seeing the power of these sponsors that give appeal. Cable Car gave a lot of extra points, like 12 extra points in appeal, 3 from the endgame shield, so it's a 15-point card you're looking at here. Baboon Rock gave 8 points just from primate tags, plus made the Mandrill playable. And then Science Lab giving the extra cards. Aquarium gave some good points late, like 6 points late. Just a lot of extra points from sponsors here. A little bit similar with Waza Special, not as many. I think it gave roughly 8 points in a card draw. So it wasn't the best Waza Special, even though it did come down really early, but just kind of lack of projects for Yutenji there. Yeah, low project game. Only 1 other project coming out apart from the base ones. Moving on to the 2nd semi-final match. This one I was looking forward to a lot. Happy Clan was sort of the underdog story of the whole tournament. They definitely beat some... I forget exactly who they beat, but there were some unexpected victories in there to reach at least the semi-finals, maybe the finals. You can see a bit of a rating difference. Their opponent MKKK on 795, Happy Clam on 634. We are going to be looking at this from Happy Clam's point of view as first player again. And what do we think about this opening hand? Not easy projects at all. We have predators, birds, primates, 3 different species, so it means any extra projects in our hand have some extra value here. So I'd just, given how tough these are, because you can't go for predators and birds at the same time. It's not like going for predators and Africa at the same time. So I'd definitely be keeping the Sea Cave. Then Zoo School, just for strong sponsor, plus we have sponsors starting at 5, so it makes complete sense to start this here. What else? I mean, we have a vulture, which is a bird and has decent release potential. You might make the same argument for the Duke. It is a primate and has good release potential. There's a bit of overlap here because if you get Asia release, you can't release both of them. But herbivore breeding would probably be the 5th pick here, but it's a bit less appealing that none of the base projects are herbivores. So I don't mind these 4, which is what Happy Clam decides to keep. Display looks very ugly. I mean, no animals. I mean, no sponsors, no projects, just pure animals here. I mean, we have raccoon, which is predator, macaque, which is primate, emu, which is bird, leopard, which is predator. Okay, starting with Zoo School. And very important ordering of how to do this. Draw the card before placing it. Because with the card they drop native farm animals. So I think when they were thinking about placing this, they'd probably go, yeah, okay, easily here over the 5 money. Maybe. But with native farm animals, it makes a lot more sense to go here. Because then you keep 2 open border spaces. Maybe they would have gone here anyway, because they're planning to build a large enclosure, but native farm animals just makes it very clear. Opponent starts with a 2 size before doing association, so could signal a project. That's generally what it means if you're doing a build action before association at 5. Happy Clam starts off with a 4 size for the Duke. I guess not. MK just gets the hand size university. Happy Clam is going to grab the other university, just so the Duke is playable. Duke is also going to give an upgrade. Placement over the left rep plus kiosk. Yeah, does a lot of the same thing. I'm a right side enjoyer on ice cream piles. Just get to the 2 kiosks early. Alright, a lot of people do like to start on the... Wait, you can't put Zoo School here. The best place for Zoo School on the right is, like maybe touching this rep down here and then up to the kiosk here. But yeah, can't do it up here for Zoo School. Needs to touch 2 borders. Opponent draws cards from the deck. Yeah, as we said, not much interesting here. Makes sense to play the Duke first, just in case the opponent breaks. And what upgrade do we actually want here? I think I wouldn't mind sponsors. I think we can probably rule out... It's a bit early for cards. Animals is not really going to be useful because we're played animals, but sponsors gives us extra money. It also makes native farm animal playable just next move if we want to. So I don't mind that. It could be build as well, honestly, but I mean, it could be a Sos. A Sos is interesting because then we can donate next round, get to 2 CP that way, get another upgrade. But sponsors I don't mind. Okay, MK builds a petting zoo over the player sponsor for money, over the marketing. They play Adventure Playground. So now they have a very neatly covered kiosk here. We draw cards from the deck. Wow. Native farm, native lizards, expert in predators with Preds as a base project, sea cave. I guess if we're getting rid of one card here, it's probably the platypus, but maybe the vulture. Platypus goes. And a bit unexpectedly, but... Oh no, sorry, not unexpectedly at all. Playing federal grants, so like even before playing an animal, just don't even need to play an animal when your income is 15 from an adventure playground, a federal grant, and a nice kiosk. So, I mean, as Happy Clan, this is a, I guess, kind of tough position, because ideally we don't want to discard any of these cards, but it just makes too much sense to break here because the opponent's sitting on 15 money, they're about to play animals, we are sitting on no money. So if we do play a sponsor here, we're doing nothing for the next like 3 or 4 actions. So I think timing does make sense to cause the break. But what are we actually discarding? I think if it were me personally, the bird can go. And maybe native farm animals, honestly. I think native lizards give so much appeal on ice cream policy, you have to keep this. I also like keeping the random projects. Expert in Predators makes sense because we could... There are worlds where we can get this raccoon, play Expert in Predators, and just do 2 Preds easily. But unfortunately, both the native cards go. I don't know about that. Native Lizards give so many points. Not that happy to see that. MK grabs second university, just going to upgrade animals here. Happy Clam also going to grab second university and upgrade build, which I think makes sense to upgrade build here. We want to build a small enclosure for this raccoon. But this makes the native lizards even better to keep because we can just touch basically 8 rocks with this build action and then play native lizards for 8 appeal. It's a lot. Opponent builds a 3 size, puts the kiosk up the top and draws up the macaque. A little bit scary. I do like this from Happy Clam as well, though. We know that the opponent's a petting zoo, so... And they've just put the guinea pig in range for their upgraded animals actions, so I like denying the guinea pig here. The slight issue is it puts Baboon Rock in range for them if we do that, but at the same time, we probably want to drop this raccoon anyway, so it's a bit of a tough position. I mean, we don't really want to give them Baboon Rock because we know they just drew up a primate. But okay, there's kiosk, petting zoo, 1 size for the raccoon, and pavilion to drop the guinea pig as well. This is where, if it were Marine Worlds, would be praying for a wave to kill the Baboon Rock here. But unfortunately, this is base game, so there's no waves. Opponent sees this opportunity and just builds a 1 size to drop Baboon Rock. And this is a pretty stacked display now. We saw all the animals before. Now we have like 3 really good sponsors. Geologist, Garda School Tours, Diversity Researcher. Just all lined up, ready to go. So starting with Expert in Predators makes sense before we play the raccoon. Opponent still refusing to play animals, just going to draw cards from the deck. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan. We got 1 size gap, 1 size gap. We got a nice reptile house gap in here. But Diversity Researcher solves all map issues. We like Diversity Researcher. So there's Raccoon. At least we have a direction to go in now. 2 Predators, also having just enough money to play Guinea Pig as well. I don't mind boosting down Association depending on what we're doing with our next couple of moves. But I think I'd like it higher as well because we probably just want to get into the next round with no money and just do 2 Predators. We'll see. Okay, opponent starts with Shoe Bill. And Squirrel Monkey. So choosing to play the monkey before they get Baboon Rock down, but... Okay, they need to do animals that get some responses upgrades, so now they can play Baboon Rock next move if they want to. Happy Clam does cards. Pretty nice slow worm here. Just a good release with Sea Cave. I don't mind Export on Africa either. It's just... that's just some points. It's a clever, it's just a useful card. Anytime you play an Africa icon, you get a clever. It's just very useful. Strong even, but unfortunately Happy Clam gets rid of it here. See, if I'm weighing up, would I rather have a Frilled Lizard or Export on Africa? I probably prefer the sponsor. I don't think Frilled Lizard does very much at all here. And to make matters worse, before the opponent plays Baboon Rock, they have a Cable card to put down. So this is kind of similar to the other semi-final match. MK has Cable card plus Baboon Rock. The same combo plus Adventure Playground. Is this an identical replay? Nearly. And Happy Clam just spends an extra break here. That's kind of why I didn't like boosting Assos down, because like we can spend 2 X's to do Predators 2 at the start of next round. I guess we could also build first, but... Okay. Oh, to make matters even worse, opponent has a project to have Africa released, to release their Shoe Bill. They take Snapping. I mean, there's a lot of good cards on display, as we said. I'm not actually sure. I guess so. Sorry. With Cable Car, very easy Geologist Snap. Yeah, that's going to give him a lot of points and money, just and endgame shield. Yeah. I think the one card we do not want to let them have is Diversity Researcher as well. That would be pretty disastrous. So, I this is another tough one, because they also want to play this Guided School Tours to get to 5 conservation points, so that's a bit annoying. Because that gets them the Partner Zoo on 5. I don't know which is worse, giving up the Partner Zoo or letting him have Diversity Researcher here. Because their map's also looking a little bit tricky to navigate if they want to play Baboon Rock as well. But Happy Clam makes the decision to spend an X here to play Guided School Tours from range. I think I would have also liked spending 2 X's to do the project and take either 2 sides or Snapping. Both of them work. Can 2 sides here draw it up or snap to snap it away. Okay, School Tours. I guess the other benefit of playing School Tours is it does get us an upgrade on 2 CP, which we can put on Association and then do 2 Predators and donate to get to 5 CP first. So, okay, I'm on board with that. It slows down the project a little bit, which might not seem like a big deal, but it does seem like a big deal to me. But if it wins us the Partner Zoo, then it has to be worth it, I guess. Opponent just drawing from the deck. Yeah, there's Diversity Researcher gone. And now we also have to build before doing projects. 3 size, probably eyeing up the PFL. Okay, there we go, PFL. Display is stacked once again. I mean, Tarsier here for the primates, which we know the opponent definitely wants. Explorer. Just Savannah Project is nice as well. Yeah, in fact, the opponent probably wants the Savannah now that MK is playing the Martin. Also playing a Wallaby. Happy Clam gonna play animals. Probably safe enough. I mean, the risk would be is if opponent has something like release of patents and they can steal the partners that way. Okay, P-Foul. Filling in the gaps. Choosing not to cover the kiosk, okay. Opponent builds a 3 size. Well, we know this is going to be for the macaque that they still have. Not sure what this 3 size is for just yet, I don't think. But this is good, getting the partner zoo. Also don't mind throwing out the sea cave immediately. I think there's kind of the idea of going for 4 predators with the sloth bear showing up here. Although another tough snap. If we snap up the task here, it's like a death sentence because we just put Explorer in range for the opponent to play with sponsors. But if we snap away the Explorer, then task is just in range for them as well. Just seems like a bit of a lose-lose here. Okay, I do like taking Asia away though. So I guess the opponent's not getting a partner zoo this round. Explorer makes sense. Opponent playing that Baboon Rock. Interesting to see where it fits. So I guess it's going to fit up here. Yeah, but look at all those extra points. Like 2 from Cable Card, 2 from Baboon Rock. I think we know 3 cards in the opponent's hand. They have Geologist, Diversity Researcher, and Japanese Macaque. Oh yeah, and with the card draw, they get to draw up the Tarsier as well now. So, feels like we want to push the pace of the game a little. They also just get to 8 rep and get another worker here. So in that sense, it's good that we took away Asia Partner Zoo. They start with Africa. Happy Clam does cards. I mean, look at all these annoying things on display. Like now the Kawadi appears, which is a predator and a rock icon. I don't know if it's worth snapping up because we already have 2 animals. This does help us get to 4 predators at the same time. We could snap away we could just draw from the deck and hope to hit other things. It's a tough one. I guess, yeah, we would have hit a cassowary, which wouldn't have done much good. Opponent does not want to break. They want to play at least 2 more sponsors. So they just X-back cards here. We grab second partner zoo. Maybe this is the other problem with upgrading association. We have to choose between animals and cards here. I mean, animals is normally the default upgrade, but we already have 8 reputation. So not having cards upgraded here is going to cost us quite a few points. There is Diversity Researcher. We do have enough money to fully build though and cover the last kiosk. Just a 2 and a 3 size, so maybe eyeing the Sloth Bear. That would make sense. Get the Sloth Bear and Kawadi for 4 predators. Although, good heads up move from the opponent as well. Just doing a cards action at 2 to drop the Sloth Bear here. And a random card. Not even interested in the Savannah Project, which maybe they should be, but let's draw a random card as well. And we just cause break after that. And look at this. Another annoying card shows up. Barbary Macaque. Opponent already has Africa, Partner Zoo, and Baboon Rock. And to make matters worse, the Ibex shows up right after it with the cable car. So what are we denying here? Opponent is snapping as well, so whichever one we don't snap, the opponent will get. I mean, I honestly don't know. Maybe the macaque is slightly scarier, but the thing is, we know that MK already has 4 primates anyway with the macaque and the tarsier, so maybe just getting rid of the ibex is the best move. Ibex is indeed 6 rock. And the other thing is that it's actually playable for us, not like the macaque. Even though we could grab Africa Partner Zoo, but we don't particularly want to, I don't think. And here's the painful move. Japanese macaque, double pilfer. Even on appeal, so double pilfer. Yeah, and now that we've snapped up the ibex, we kind of have to give money here because we don't want to give him any of the 3 rocks in our hand. And Sloth Bear. The opponent did draw up the snap up the Savannah project. They use the Sloth Bear to boost up a Sos. Ooh, spending an X to do cards here. Because a giant panda has shown up. I mean, it's definitely good for our 3 size, and it's playable with the ibex. Maybe it is snappable, but I don't know. The thing that I'm looking at here is 5 animals, no projects, no sponsors. It feels kind of bad to snap up a 5th animal, even if it is an amazing one like the panda. The opponent's just going to throw out that Savannah project. So, I mean, that at least gives us another project to do with the Raccoon release. Or Kawadi release. They get to 10 reputation, drop the other macaque. And from 5 CP, they get their 3 card draw. They actually draw up Expert in small animals. I didn't think they needed any more sponsors to play. It is playable now. I get that the thing is, like, it is playable, but it means we have to play the Ibex when we probably wanted to play the Kawadi. And we don't get the rep from it because we're capped at 9 rep. And it doesn't really contribute to a project. So, like, I know that we can play it right now. We have, like, basically perfect money to as well. But then what project are we doing? Like, are we doing 2 Predators? Okay, I guess actually with Explorer, Ibex is pretty nice to play. There's Panda. Yeah, no marketing because we don't... If we're drawn from the deck, well, maybe it would have been useless. I think we would have hit, like, Foreign Institute, Aquarium, Expert on Americas. Was that, like, the next 3? Opponent spending an X to do animals here. Was upgrading build a mistake? Hard to say. I mean, it has been useful. It's definitely been useful. I think I would have liked the build upgrade a lot more if we had native lizards. Oh yeah, okay, opponent just plays Gariza and I guess a second petting zoo animal because they spent an X to play 2 animals. Yeah, there's the horse. Now they have their 4 primates project. We even know they have a 5th primate if they want. I mean, they have 5 and 6 in hand. We'll see if they spend time grabbing Asia Partner Zoo or not. Yeah, okay, there's Predators 2 into 2 size reward. I think it makes enough sense. I mean, we have these small guys we want to play and no empty enclosures. Oh, that's the other tricky thing. Do we keep Architectural or Favorite? I mean, I guess seeing as we don't have cards upgraded, Architectural is just strictly better. Because we can max it out, whereas we can't get any more on Favorite Zoo. Donating for 7. Okay, I think. Yeah, okay, there's 4 primates for the opponent, and they also just take 2 size reward. Happy Climb's going to spend an X here to cause the break, which I think is fine because, I mean, we know the opponent has Geologist and Expert in Small Animals. We don't really want them playing either of them. Not at this moment anyway, so breaking makes sense. Now it's all sponsors on the display. Yeah, it's a Science Lab's not the best for us. Though, to be fair, we can snap it up, play it immediately. Then we get 2 card draws from it, so that's probably worth it. Okay, I'm down for that. We just don't have any endgames from it at the moment. Drop Aquarium. Oh, that's the other thing. The opponent has Diversity Researcher, though. Even a card like Aquarium, which they should just not be able to play, they can play, and it's actually extremely good for them. So, I mean, that's another good denial Aquarium there. That's the thing with cards like Cable Car and Baboon Rock. They just create so many threats on the display that makes it so hard to deny them all. Draws a random card. Unfortunate Expert in Large Animals. Opponent gets Sumatran Tiger, which, I mean, they're extremely happy with Diversity Researcher. That'll give them a maxed out Diversity Researcher when they get those other water tags. And they're just going to start by playing their Geologist for a casual 8 points. Happy Clam starts off by building a 5 size for the Vulture. Opponent's going to build a 4 size for that Sumatran Tiger they just picked up. And I guess the game's ending pretty quickly if they're going to play Sumatran Tiger plus second animal, maybe the Barbary Macaque. Yeah, don't mind doing animals at 4 here because we get nothing from doing it at 5 and getting the rep. Wombat from display. Does give us some extra Explorer points, and we do have something that we want to pouch. Frilled Lizard. Maybe I would have preferred the Vulture, actually. Oh, no. Well, I guess our next project is the release project, so it's probably fine either way. Vulture would have given us 2 birds to do, but release is about the same. Yeah, there's Sumatran Tiger. It is unfortunate, yeah, 2 build actions to fill this map. Even with upgraded build, just the kiosks are sort of in the way here. There's the macaque, but won't be able to pilfer, but yeah. Opponent's just sitting on 97 points. We have a lot of catching up to do. I don't think we're going to get there. There's the release project into 3x tokens. Probably doesn't make any difference. The X tokens just make it so we can threaten. Well, we can't even break next move. Maybe 12 money would have been better so we can donate and play 2 animals, but I mean, we think the opponent's just going to end the game here. In fact, they do. They just play their Expert in Small Animals and that ends the game. And we do, I guess, yeah, just Vulture plus Wall Lizard. The Raccoon comes right back, but can't afford to play it. And to top it all off, the opponent had Climbing Park as well for 3 CP. So it wasn't the closest semi-final here. I mean, just looking at the display throughout the game, just so much to deny. Like, even with denying so many things, the opponent still got Baboon Rock, Geologist, Diversity Researcher, Barbary Macaque, Sumatran Tiger we couldn't deny. Like, they just hit all the primates they needed. They hit a ton of rock icons. It's kind of funny that we did hold the Vulture throughout the whole entire game from the starting hand and only just played it in the last move. I think the Vulture could have gone a little bit earlier, I think. I don't mind the petting zoo denial, because I think, like, if you leave the... It was the guinea pig, right? If you leave the guinea pig open, then MK hits 3 petting zoos even earlier, and they just get so much more appeal from that. It is a bit of a waste, like building a petting zoo and only playing 1 petting zoo animal into it. But if it denies the opponent 9 points, it's a significant amount. But yeah, Cable Car Baboon Rock again. And that does mean MKKK is in the grand final, so against BlanketAddict, we'll see which one of them gets Cable Car Baboon Rock Adventure Playground in the next game. Because both of them had it in their semi-final games. That was a pretty fast one as well. 28 turns. 4 breaks, all caused by Happy Clam. Okay. On to the grand final. MKKK is our starting player, so we'll look at it from their point of view. But what an opening hand. I mean, okay, wrong commercial harbor. That makes Archaeologist the easiest keep in the world here. You have to spend 1 action to get it played, and then it gives you 1, 2, 3 actions back, just with the ×2 token on repeat here. So it's going to be really hard to play against Archaeologist on this map. We'll see what Blanket can do. Also Meerkat Den as well. Just with Herbivores as a matching project. What else are we looking at keeping? I guess Kawadi for the Americas tag, and then end goals we have Conservation Zoo, Architectural Zoo. Probably just the Bird of Paradise for the bird tag, and I would keep those 4. Makes sense. Do have quite a few Americas tags on display here. Now, what are we starting with? First move, we definitely need this university. Science tier up, you need to play the Meerkat Den and the Archaeologist. So this starts by building a 2-size touching the harbor. Draws into a tortoise, which is not that interesting. Going to be having a lot of selling going on. Blanket does the same move, draws from the deck as well, and sells a card. Exact identical moves. And yeah, here I think it's perfectly fine to just do cards at 4. We really just want to leave sponsors at 5 to be able to play one of these. Pretty damn good draw as well. I mean, if we needed any more reason to go over the Science 2 Rep Uni, there's Aquarium. And even the Brown Spider Monkey is nice for the Americas tag. It's nice for release potential. There's also 2 more Americas Monkeys on the display. Although it does get sold here, I'm maybe not too surprised. There's a lot of cards we want to keep and play here. Blanket starts America's Partner Zoo. We're very happy getting our university. I considered Xing back build as the first move, but I think it's okay building first, because you can immediately start selling cards, and then the follow-up move at cards at 4 is not that bad, because you still get to keep 2 cards and then sell whichever ones you don't want, so it's not like there's been any wasted action so far. And we have the enclosure ready to play the Bird of Paradise as an animal, just in case like Blanket decides to break 5 here. Which they do. Break 5, selling a card into break 5. Ooh, what do you play first? Probably more important to get the Meerkat Den down, I guess. But you could also make the argument for Aquarium. think Mikaden being related to the project is probably more important. Although, do we have to sell a card here? Yeah, just because Blanket's threatening the break, I think we just have to sell a card, which... Man, that's tough as well. Maybe the Kawadi. Maybe the... No, I don't think the Aquarium. Yeah, the Kawadi goes. Blanket does cause the break. Snaps up the cheaper America's Monkey. Sells a card. Even more America's tags show up. Building first. Okay, building a 2-size probably to drop this Howler away. Oh no, drawing a random... Wow. Oh my god, what a draw. I was going to say we're building a 2-size to deny this Howler, but instead why not just draw from the deck and hit our second Herbivore? With a water tag for Aquarium, even though it won't be played, it won't come down before it's played. Oh my goodness. That I did not see coming. Yeah, sometimes it's just better to draw from the deck. Blanket does play the Tamarin. Choosing not to clever back build, so that would give us information that it's not a project coming out immediately. MK choosing to do cards at 4 again. Actually, I don't see why we're not playing animals here. It makes sense, right? We get the Venom straight away on BlanketAddict's animals. We go Venom, Bird of Paradise. I don't see the reason to do cards this move. I think we can do animals then cards at 5 next move. We hit a Seabirds, which is another amazing card. I mean, now it gives us 2 birds as well as a project to do. The wolf goes. Oh, never mind. Blanket does have a project. Okay, I'm a little bit surprised Blanket chose not to clever back build there. But must need to build a big enclosure. Okay, it takes 2 size and worker at 2 CP. That's a good start, primate breeding program. Wow, also choosing to just grab second university before doing a project this round. I thought for sure we were going to see Platypus into 2 herbivores. Maybe really trying to maximize that value, getting down Aquarium before playing the Platypus. But we do see animals upgraded first. Huh. Okay, Blanket builds a 5-size enclosure, draws up the Howler. Only 2 cards in hand. One of them's the Howler, one of them is question mark. Clevering back animals as well. MK just starts off playing Archaeologist first, okay. Blanket takes Asia Partner Zoo with second worker. Upgrading sponsors. Might be eyeing this foreign institute. Because we don't know what is in their hand apart from the Howler. I would expect it's a 5-size animal and not a sponsor. Okay, there's classic animals into upgrading build. To play Bird of Paradise. And choosing not to reveal the Platypus yet. Like, really maximizing that Aquarium value. Okay. Blanket just breaks for extra money. I think this is smart from MK here. Causing the break before building, because we want to build over a border space and then probably get a ×2. So it means we can just start off the round with a ×2 instead of having it broken away by BlanketAddict. Another really nice draw of Rhino here. Rock Monitor we don't particularly care about, but I mean, Aquarium and Seabird is really nice. Rhino extremely nice as well. Maybe we care about the rock monitor if we're going for species diversity, or even habitat diversity. Blanket gets a 2 size to draw a card. Draws up the Cayman. Okay, so still working towards 5 Americas. Would have flocked the reindeer. Hey, where did that reindeer go? Just fell off the display, didn't it? Blanket draws from the deck. Okay, we'll start off by building. Okay, first border spot covered. What do we want? Actually choosing to take player sponsor for money. I guess that makes sense. We can play aquarium straight into native seabirds. Then maybe the plan is to do just birds at 2. And aquarium can give us a ×2 on association here. So, I mean, this is just beautiful timing. Drawing geological from the deck, which is another project we have to do. Playing seabirds and then ×2 on association. This is so hard to play against. Oh, actually, ×2 on sponsors. Yeah, maybe I don't mind that. Just keep pushing the break. Interested what the first reward is going to be, because that suggests to us that it's not going to be worker here. Blanket builds a 3 size for the howler we know they picked up. MK does birds at 2. Takes snapping. Oh, I guess we're eyeing the water playground here. Okay, that makes sense. To go with our aquarium. Wait, what? We're going to upgrade sponsor and maybe play it from range. Okay. Blanket grabs hand size. Yeah, there's the water playground from range. Definitely expected that. I like the placement as well, leaving room for a 5 size here. I guess the question is, do we play Foreign Institute? Because, I mean, it's just very tempting to break while Blanket hasn't played like any animals with 4 empty enclosures. Yeah, I think breaking 7 is a very wise decision. Foreign Institute doesn't even do a lot because we don't have cards upgraded, and it doesn't look like we'll have it upgraded for a little while. Looks like a really nice... I mean, we have 2 great options for snapping. Asian elephant, Australian pelican with aquarium, but also elephant with aquarium and meerkat den. Yeah, elephant makes sense. Bald eagle shows up. Blanket does not have snapping though. Blanket gonna build another 3 size. This is looking like a BDW map. Just a billion empty enclosures and only 1 animal played. I am very curious what the 3 size is all about. Is it for the sea lion here? The only difference is this is touching water and this is not. MK gonna play the platypus. Venom will not hit, obviously. And Rock Mono just to give 2 geological projects. Okay, there's the howler. The howler in this enclosure, so we have another animal that needs rock. Ah, the langur, okay. Could consider snapping the eagle here. But it doesn't fit in the zoo, really. I guess with build upgrade, it kind of does fit over here. Just draw from the deck, though. Hit a Science Institute and Science Museum. Wow, what a combo to hit. We don't care about the Mangalitsa. Yeah, we don't care about the Shubal either. Well, we care a little bit, but not too much. And Blanket just causes the break. Yeah, neither player spent any workers this round. Blanket needs a lot of money. Wow, and now Dugong shows up as well. This aquarium is crazy. Okay, there's Blanket getting size 2 over the reputation to get to 5 rep and upgrading animals. To snap up the Dugong. Okay, starting by spending an X to do project here. What do we want? Geological into university. I did not expect that either. University gives us X tokens. And it starts off with a cards action. Yeah, this game is definitely looking like a runaway. Because MK's had a really good start. And we can see from their hand they have the momentum to keep it going. Okay, just gonna spend the X's now to get Science Museum and Science Institute down to get to 8 CP. And even ignoring the Partner Zoo to get a ×2 on build. Because when you have 60 money, all you need is big enclosures. Like, we really want to throw down a 5 size and a 4 size, probably. Blanket builds another enclosure. We do know what this one is for. This is for the, I think it was the alligator that Blanket picked up. So I think finally looking to do 5 Americas. Okay, there's our 5 size. And just a 4 size for the rhino. Getting out another archaeologist bonus. Drawing the eagle from the deck. ×2 on sponsors. Oh, this is kind of brutal as well. Because Blanket wants to play animals, then do project, but MK can cause the break next move. Yeah, I think... How easy would it be to autopilot and just grab Partner Zoo there? But when you're playing against someone like BlanketAddict who loves to cause the break, sometimes all you need is just big animals and large enclosures. And especially if you have a money lead, if you can spend your money, you're going to win by a long way. Okay, Blanket does play the Cayman. And Big Nose comes down. Okay, maybe not all is lost, though. There's some nice projects coming up. I mean, we know that Blanket has 5 Americas and 5 Primates in hand. They also still have the Howler, although I guess it doesn't fit anymore. Although there's a 3 size coming up here, so it will fit soon. Okay, MK even choosing to do animals first, which I mean makes sense. You don't need to cause the break this move. Dugong. Look at all the extra Dugong points. Digs away the bald eagle because there's just no room for it. It's the other eagle, but there's still no room for it. Maybe there is. Feels like Blanket is taking too much time playing sponsor cards. I don't know about that. I don't think Blanket could take any more time playing sponsor cards, but maybe too much time building enclosures. Okay, there's the Primates project into snapping. Also, can't even get the Partner Zoo because it already has 2 Partner Zoos and no upgraded association. There's a 3 size for the Howler. Playing export on Africa. Snapping up Water Dragon, so... I mean, having said that, how far behind is Blanket? I guess still reasonably far. But, like, Howler into 5 Americas? I guess at the same time, MK has Rhino into 4 herbivores and maybe 4 Australia as the Rhino project. Plays Vet from range as well, just for the extra endgame Science Museum CP and the money. Architectural. And just breaking 4. Blanket does keep the break ticking along, which makes sense because MK is sitting on 36 money. So I guess the next big question is MK's first move is likely to build a 5 size, but are we playing the eagle or the elephant? There's the 5 size, so we get the ×2. Yeah, ×2 on a Sos. Do we want to play the eagle or the elephant? Blanket plays... Oh, even better than the howler. Okay. Galapagos Tortoise comes in. Like, even given how slow BlanketAddict start has been, this is some good comeback. Potentially play both. Well, we're playing the Rhino with one of them. I don't... They're both... Okay, with diversity research. I don't think the game's going to last that long. Yeah, just like spoilt for choice right now. Definitely playing the Rhino into Australia projects. Choose to go with the elephant. I can't really blame MK. I mean, the eagle does win 1 turn faster, I guess. Runaway means one player has a big lead. It's not only determined by points, but other things you're going to look at are money, upcoming projects, empty enclosures. So, I mean, I think just in terms of this game, it's MK's been ahead in points for the whole game and had a substantial money lead as well as empty enclosures. It's very hard to catch up from that. It even hits aquatic park for 3 CP. Yeah, exactly. Momentum as well. MK has just had great momentum the whole game, but that's a large part due to Archaeologist. Blanket does Americas into University. Getting an Assos upgrade for the next Assos action. Fortunately, no second project to do, so just grabbing 3rd uni plus Africa Partner Zoo. Africa does give a clever at least, and donating. But yeah, here we go. Australia into Extra Worker. And then Herbivores into doesn't matter, into 2 size. 111, Blanket's final move is building single pavilion, the best move to finish with. Yeah, crazy. I mean, look at the rating going into this, 801 to 790. It was a very even matchup, but just shows the power of Archaeologists, but I think also really well navigated by MKKK. There were obviously some very good cards to enable all of this, but you still have to be able to execute, and especially against BlanketAddict, or a player like BlanketAddict, it can be hard to keep on pace with them. Because, I mean, look at how fast this game was. Like, this is only after 23 turns. So, if you give BlanketAddict one more break, this game could have been over in something like 25 turns, and then BlanketAddict wins against like 90% of the player base in a 25-turn game. But MKK was able to keep up and score 132 in 23 turns. That's actually absurd. Dwarven would have won that. Maybe. I don't know. It seems like a very unlosable game, but probably losable if MKK doesn't play it as well as they do. But I really liked a lot of the decisions. They had 3 Archaeologist procs. They used Player Sponsor for money, ×2 on sponsors, ×2 on sponsors. And then they also got a ×2 from the reward track, which they used on builds, which I think was a very smart decision. And the final ×2 from the ground they use on a Source, which is just standard commercial harbor play. So congratulations. It's been very nice. Every Snark Nova we've had a different winner. This was our biggest edition yet with 114 participants. So this was the hardest one to win, and MKKK did it. Well done to everyone else. BJ sort of changed the, I guess, trophy system. So everyone that got through the first round got a, I forget what it was called. They got some sort of participation award. And where are they? If we look at the path they used to get here, some very strong opponents along the way, like Boxer in particular, Ulch. Rincewind is up there in the rankings. And yeah, we saw Happy Clam and BlanketAddict. Yeah, that was pretty quick going through 3 games. That's all the content we have for today. Congratulations, Belacqua. Congrats on hitting gold, and I'm glad that the videos are helping. Yeah, thank you all for watching. We'll be back on Sunday for the BGA gameplay. Have a good rest of the day, and we'll see you guys then. Thanks.